Oh, that too. Well, CJ, what are you doing in there?
Oh, you know, putting your engine together.
This is CJ White. He's Kenny's hand job man.
Well, I like to go by protege, but I guess, you know.
Do what? I said CJ's your hand job man. I mean, right hand man.
That sounds fun.
So we are working on Dick's truck. CJ's putting the engine in.
Who's Dick?
Dick. They know who Dick is.
Do they?
They do.
Talking to himself in third person.
Gotta. So Kenny put the engine together, spec'd everything, did all the stuff, spec'd the cam, big dick bump stick. Why don't you tell the guys what you paired up for the motor? Oh, you're eating candy?
Still chewing Mambas.
This is why we have diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Much.
It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory here.
So this is an aluminum 5.3 and it's bored to a 3903, so it's like a 5.75 liter actually. Did Gen 4 rods and OEM crank. Set of Wiseco ass casts, like Street Series dome. Pistons are a 5cc dome. Had the heads decked down. They're CNC ported by Powell Machine Industries or whatever they call themselves down there. They flow really well. They flow a little over 300. They're like 305 or 310 at 620 lift. Cam's pretty big. It's the biggest one I ever put in an LS1. It's like 639 lift on the intake side, 629 on exhaust. It's like a 237, 245, but it's ground on a 109 lobe separation angle, so it should be pretty punchy, pretty snappy. And that's the goal, anyways, because usually the shelf cams, I feel like they're too high strung on these and they suck. They don't make any bottom end, and it's a 4,500 pound truck, so we still want that loud grunt, a lot of low end, but we still want it to rev 7,200 RPM. So we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna start off with the TBSS intake first, and then when Dick gets some money recouped from spending his whole wad and load and dumping his load on this, then we'll do one of the Fast Lsx RTs and they'll get a little more RPM, but for now it should be pretty stout. So I went like 1180 in my truck with the same combo with a smaller cam. Yeah, marginally smaller, but similar cam. So 4000 FTI converter. It's got a 410 or 411 rear, whichever, but
410.
Pretty fun. Pretty cool. It's the couple mistakes I made on mine, not made on this one. So where I was like, dang it, I wish I would have done this. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited just to hear it run. It's gonna sound pretty good. Took the whole old exhaust off the red truck too and smacked it on here because it's already excellent.
You see it laying back there? Gotta turn the thing off so we can still see ourselves.
Yeah, oh wait. So I'm pretty stoked. That's why we've been bugging Dick for a little while. Bring it over, bring it over. And he's like, man, I'm trying to run 5Ks and stuff.
See, Dick, look, it didn't take no time, man.
I told you, we just got to get the new doors on. We got the new doors on, the motor's in it.
Yeah, we're like 8 hours in, and it still wasn't a complete long block last night, so.
No, yeah, you had to finish putting it together, put the oil pan and stuff on, and all the front of it. So we are gonna do, I cut the jams, we're gonna do Arrival Blue for the entire color. As you guys can see, can't open the doors too wide. Put a new fuel cell in it last night. Got Kenny's floor full of E85. I thought his head was gonna explode, but he was laughing. So, the exhaust, the headers are on. 20-inch Denali wheels, bought brand new last year. So, should be a really good summer. We're hoping so. We'll be dying on it later. I'm just CJ's finishing up. What do you think, CJ?
I think she's good to go, Dick.
Almost ready to fire?
Yeah. Put the Kenny Dangler sauce in it. And
Should be ready.
It's not the first time I gave Dick my sauce. Won't be the last.
oh,
Nah.
starter.
Disclaimer, it's not the same sauce he gives Andrew.
Chicken wing sauce.
Chicken wing. So you excited as I am for this?
I'm stoked.
I think we all
I'm
are,
stoked
Dick.
because you haven't had a sports car with a real crazy combo. And we've been talking about this shit since 2003. It's finally time. This is like your Corvette truck finally.
Yeah. Might not even need a Corvette after this.
No, if we get lighter wheels and tires.
I still probably need a Corvette. I think I need a Corvette.
Well, the welds are gonna end up on it tonight.
You need a Corvette, and CJ probably needs a Pinto.
Damn, Dick.
No. Vega.
We took another 30 pounds out of it just now.
Did you? What'd you cut out?
Floor shit. Cross brace.
That's all right. So, I bet you this thing's down to 43 empty. We cut almost 200 pounds out at your garage last year, and then I cut a bunch of shit out behind the axle before.
42.20.
I think it's 42.20.
We can wait when it's on. I haven't even used my new scales yet.
Because I'd be real.
Haven't had anything worth doing.
I mean, it's not really worth doing, but it's kind of curious to see what we got it down to. There's a lot of room for activity under here now. So good from the front. Here's the truth on the trans. I almost want to rip it down Van Tylen back.
I would. Why not?
awesome. Everything I expected, happily and better. So we did the Fast Lsx HR over the Trailblazer SS on Dick's truck. Just to reiterate, it's an LS1 with a 5cc dome piston, Gen 4 full floating wristband, and a cam that we had set up for these. It overly beat my expectations for sure. So the Trailblazer SS intake, it did 464 as a best, 462, 464 back to back to back to back to back. I kept hitting the speed limiter and I was like, I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was like some kind of weird shifting thing. Well, no, it wasn't. It was the top speed limiter dropping her off right there. So then I just made 4 consecutive passes back to back. Bam, bam, bam. Peak at 48, peak torque at 52, up over the 64, 65, and pow, 492.4. The second pass that was 488 was like literally back to back in this video. So a little heat or something, you know how that goes. But man, couldn't be happier with just an intake swap right there. That LSX HR is a bad mother. That's, yeah, the bad mother. But anyways, that's pretty awesome. Since the converter is a 3800, it's always going to be up in the power band. Losing 1,000 RPM of torque for 1,500 RPM of peak horsepower and 20 at that is definitely worthwhile. So that intake is really awesome. I really like it. But this is the first one I've dynoed on a cathedral port. They've proven really awesome on an LS3 port, but rectangle port. But this is pretty sweet. I'm stoked. Dick's gonna crap his pants when he starts driving this truck with 490 wheel because he made about 330 last year.